Hello everyone, welcome to the Violin Technique crash course. Over the next 1 month, we're going to be looking at a variety of violin techniques that I hope will add to your playing, make you much more expressive as a violin player, and as one of the students put it, feel closer to the violin than before. You've seen the summary of the course material, I'm sure. I just wanted to give you a basic overview of what you're going to be dealing with, and we can take things up in detail when we meet this week. I've listened to all the audios that you've sent me, and I have a very good idea of where you are in terms of in your journey as a violinist. I've been working this past week on getting some documentation done to put a lot of the exercises that I have in mind into a PDF document. I'll be coming up with some audio tools. So basically, what I'm trying to do is to create something which I can give you through the course, which will last for well beyond the last class, so that you can keep looking at it, whether it is in terms of technique or whether it's in term of whether it is in terms of an exercise that you can continue doing. What I've done is take some of the Western exercises from really famous books that have helped me transition from being purely a Carnatic musician to what I am today. And I would really like to recommend and teach you those exercises in your own Carnatic context. I've translated the Western notation into Swara so that it'll be easy for you. As you know, the content is divided into core technique as well as electives that you've chosen. The core technique is very, very important in terms of exercises and techniques that will help you on the wide range of whatever you want to play. I've started with tuning because I found that a lot of violinists who come to me, not all of them are beginners. I feel like they need to learn how to tune accurately, and it's very important to tune accurately because that helps our left hand become strong, that helps our intonation. We'll talk about that in detail. Daily Practice Essentials will have a PDF with tips from me on how to maximize your practice in the least amount of time. I will also be giving you a daily practice diet at the end of the course. I'll look at each one of you, where you are, and addressing your needs. I'll make this like sort of a personalized document on what you can practice for the next few months. Bowing, I believe, is one of the most important techniques in the violin study. We will spend, I think, close to 2 classes on this. Starting from the basic bow hold, we will look at a lot more techniques to make your bowing stronger. Left hand technique will deal with making your fingering more confident, more in pitch, like with accurate intonation. And we'll also look at how to work on plain notes, because that I think is important for a lot of other reasons. Moving on to the electives, fast bowing and fingers has to do with certain specific bowing techniques as well as left hand techniques that will help you become faster in a gradual sense. Continuous usage of these exercises can really improve the speed. Gamakas improvement on listening to all your audio. I realize each one of you is in a different place with respect to Gamaka. I am working on coming up with a set of exercises from the simplest Gamaka to more complicated ones over different scales. We'll talk about it more during the class. Vibrato exercises will deal mainly with loosening the joints on your left finger so that you can start to develop a very beautiful wide vibrato, which is very important for playing certain songs. Kalpana Swaram, we will be using an innovative way to take a few swaras and improvise on that, and how to expand it to all the swaras and how to do many more patterns on it. I'll also talk about how to land back into the song, because that's also important for a lot of the violinists when it comes to playing Kalpana Swarams in concerts or otherwise. Basic knowledge of electric violin and home studio setup. I'll help you with all the tools, suggestions of all the tools that you will need to set up a home recording setup with your own computer in your own room. And we also talk about how the electric violin can be made to sound much better. How to play film songs is a very interesting elective. I feel like the challenge that a lot of violinists have communicated with me is to say that their film songs sound too Carnatic oriented. So we'll address how to make it sound a bit more neutral. And once we do that, we will address how you can add your Carnatic flavor to the songs here and there so that you can enhance it with your own style. When it comes to soloing on Western chords, we will look at how to identify chord sets and how to play on top of them. We will bring out a few chord patterns which relate to ragas, and we'll see how to go about that. That's going to be pretty interesting as well. So I hope you have an idea of what's going to be happening through the course. We'll obviously get into detail with respect to each and every subject that we deal with. Lastly, but not the least, I would say that a lot of changes in the way you play your violin, in the way you hold your fingers to hold your bow or play with your fingers, a lot of things are going to change, and these are going to leave you a bit unsettled for the time being. I estimate with regular practice, in a month, you can sort of settle into whatever new techniques that you're going to be learning. At the outside, in 2 months, it's going to get very comfortable. You will still be able to play in this time, but it's just going to be something that you always have to be conscious of. Very important to keep in mind that if you develop any pain in any of your fingers, your hand, it's very important to stop. You can let me know when you're experiencing any pain. It's not like when you go to the gym and you work out and you feel good about it because you think you're improving your body. No, this is not that way. It's if you have pain, it means some posture is wrong. So I would request you to stop. You let me know, and we'll see how to address it. And once the pain goes away, you can resume playing the violin. So, having said that, I hope it's going to be fun and a very useful 4 weeks for you guys. As much fun as it's been for me to put everything together and meet you all and talk about violin technique. So, I'll see you all very soon. Take care.